The third and final stage of your memory is long-term memory. Now this is where we want to put information that we hope to keep for good, even though we can forget it. The long-term memory is where we want to put it if we want to remember it for a long period of time. The process that helps us do that is called elaborative rehearsal. Now, elaborative rehearsal isn't just repeating something over and over with the hope that it sticks. Elaborative rehearsal is giving information meaning. So, for example, if I give you a list of symptoms for depression, you could memorize those, just say them over and over and over again. That would be maintenance rehearsal. But elaborative rehearsal would be if you just think about someone real or fictional that matches those symptoms and you go, huh, depression. Because your brain and your long-term memory already has information about that person. So all you're doing now is connecting a new term to stuff you already know. So that's elaborative rehearsal, making information meaningful. Anytime I give you guys really cheesy examples, that's what I'm trying to do, is help information go very quickly to that long-term memory. Well, there's actually 4 types of long-term memory that you'll want to know, and we're first going to break long-term memory down between procedural and declarative. Procedural long-term memories are skills, are habits. These are things that you do really easily and really well. In fact, so much so that you have a hard time talking about them. Tying your shoe is one thing. For those of you who still have shoes that you can tie, you probably don't anymore sit down and say make the bunny ear, make the bunny ear, make the bunny's hug, or whatever that is that helped you learn it a long time ago. Now you probably don't even remember tying your shoes in the morning because you're thinking about other things and your body just does these things automatically. Driving is the same way. Playing guitar is the same way. You might be able to play a great song on the guitar very easily, but if I were to ask you what the 35th note is, you might not be able to tell me that. That's because playing the guitar is procedural, and it's just a skill that is very easily done, but not very easily talked about, brought into conscious awareness. So procedurals are skills. Declarative long-term memories are factual. So they're not skills. These are things that you can talk about. But there's actually 2 different types of declarative long-term memory. The first is semantic. If I ask you who the 16th President of the United States was, that's semantic long-term memory. If I ask you, is a carrot a fruit or a vegetable, that's a semantic long-term memory. And those are semantic because they're general knowledge. They're things that anybody could have the same amount of access to. Not everybody knows them, but if I tell you that a carrot is a vegetable and I tell somebody else a carrot's a vegetable, then you now have the exact same piece of information. That's what makes it semantic. Some of our declarative long-term memories, however, are episodic, and these are personal memories. These are personal things that only we have access to. So the memory of my 21st birthday, or the memory of September 11th, 2001, those are episodic memories to me, the way they happened to me. Now I can tell you about them, but you're still not going to have the same information in your brain that I do. That's what makes it episodic. You can think about just each of your personal memories as an episode of your life. So remember, long-term memory, we get information there through elaborative rehearsal, and there's 4 kinds. Declarative and procedural. Procedural are skills, declarative are facts, and there's 2 types of declarative long-term memory, semantic, which are general, and then episodic, which are personal. Make sure you not only learn the definitions for all those terms, but make sure you'd be able to identify the difference between those types of long-term memories as well.